I feel like I've started an awful lot of videos by just humming a very weird, well, not even humming, just going boo-ba-doo. Anyway, hi guys, welcome to another episode. Got some news for you today. Yeah, I didn't actually film really a Winds of Change yesterday because I had to redo that quest. Which one was it? It was the one, Honourable Combat. It was, wait, was that Honourable Combat? The one where we had to go to the temple in the Jaya Bluffs. Anyway, I had to redo that, and my plan was to still do 2 episodes as well, so I kind of kept up at the pace I wanted to keep at, but I was weak, what can I say, and I didn't do it, so it's been a little while, but hi, and yeah, let's get started. So Lei Zheng has got out my next quest for us, which is called, Redemption for the Lost, I believe is the one I want to do now. Yeah, Redemption for the Lost. Now this one actually introduces us to a character we may not have seen for a while. So, Redemption for the Lost. Strange things are afoot, my friend. Just to what? Oh, by the way, this quest only unlocks once you've finished all of the Part 2 stuff. You have to have finished A Treaty's a Treaty, which is where you're defending the village. It will only unlock after you've done that, as will the last side quest for Part 2 of Winds of Change as well. So, just bear that in mind. Anyway, strange things are afoot, my friend. Just a while ago, I was approached by a former AmFA member named Zenmai. She begged me to try and delay the imminent Ministry of Purity attack on the AmFA hiding out in Sunjiang district. She seemed to think that some of them could be convinced to leave the organisation if they knew an attack was coming. I'm not sure how she got that information, but regardless, it's not something within my power to do. She ran off to Sunjiang district to try and talk them down, and I'm not sure that it's going to go very well for her. Perhaps you should go and help. The AmFA do not take kindly to deserters, and I doubt the Ministry of Purity will be able to distinguish Mo Xing and AmFA. Okay, so Zenmai, this was a hero that you got in Factions, well, in Nightfall, really. Okay, it was a Factions hero, but you could only unlock her if you were playing through Nightfall and if you owned Nightfall. And she kind of joined you, the Order of the Sun Spears, and went off and helps you bring down Abaddon, essentially. Now, as I've mentioned many times here in recent videos, not necessarily the Let's Play, but the idea is, after the campaign where you get that respective hero, they're kind of supposed to have left your party. Mechanically, you can keep them with you, but really, it doesn't quite work like that. There are certain situations where if you do bring them with you, they'll have extra dialogue, like for instance Gwen and Kieran before at the start of Winds of Change Part 2. There are certain other situations like that, but really, I guess the idea is we haven't seen Zenmai for a while, and now we get to find out what's going on with her. Of course, you could add her in your party as a hero while doing this quest, and that might be a bit weird. In fact, does it require Zenmai to complete this? No, it doesn't, see, so I suppose you'll probably just get a copy if you decided to add her on your party or not. I don't know. Anyway, I won't let her fight alone, or they brewed their own plague juice, they can drown in it. Which is fair enough, I suppose. I mean, I just... Well, see, this is the thing. What would you do, guys? Seriously, what would you do? Would you help the ministry, or what? Where are we supposed to be going? Oh, right, okay, all the way over here. Sunjiang District, go to Zinku Corridor. Best place to go for this quest. Got myself a handy little map up. It's a fairly long quest, but it's also, as most side quests are, chock-a-block with lots of dialogue, which is very cool, so we should have a lot of things to talk about as we go through. The first location, I don't even really think you have to fight anything to get to. This is one of those situations, actually it looks like the path takes you into the Shiroken. Actually, I must admit, I don't have any, I might have done this before, but I don't have any memories of having done this quest before. When Part 2 of Winds of Change came out, I didn't really bother with the side quests that much, but I might have done it, or this might actually be kind of the first time I've done this. Not that I'll probably have anything interesting different to say. It probably won't feel very, very different to most of these episodes of the Let's Play, but there you go. You can bear that in mind. So we're going to run down here. Looks like they have changed the spawns, and there's going to be... Oh no, these spawns are always here. Right, so just kill these AmFA. A little bit of story about Zenmai. Oh shit. For fuck's sake, I've double aggroed. Oh yes, they have changed spawns. Okay, yeah, there's loads of Ministry of Purity there. Let's move to the side. For fuck's sake. And let them fight one another. Is that going to work? Oh look, it doesn't look like they actually want to fight one another, which is interesting. Oh no, they are fighting one another. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so Zenmai, if you remember, was a member of the AmFA, and when you kind of, I believe in the quest where you meet her, you kind of cause her to shift allegiances. She leaves the AmFA, or she had already left it, I can't remember which is quite interesting because if you remember, she was the Factions equivalent, she was the Factions hero that you'd get to help you through Nightfall, and if you also had Prophecies, you could get a hero there, who was also a character that had deserted his own people, and that was Elias. He had deserted from the White Mantle, who were an evil faction in Prophecies. So they kind of mirrored each other, these two characters. Zenmai, of course, is an assassin, so I haven't played them yet. Apparently Assassins, I've only read it in patch notes, I haven't heard it out of the mouths of actual people playing the games, but apparently Assassins are better now. There was an update lately, but as I said, I haven't really looked at it. I kind of want that spirit to die so we get to keep our minions. Oh, these spirits are so tanky in hard mode. It's ridiculous. Come on, kill it. Just die. Just die. Just die. I want to keep my minions. There we go. Yeah, so apparently assassins are better. I still am not somebody who's really using them. I actually do regret a little bit that I haven't played around with builds that much. I kind of was thinking I might with Winds of Change, but I guess I've been a bit lazy. I mean, you've got Elementalists are more viable now. Maybe Assassins, maybe Frontliners somehow. You could combine those in interesting ways. Anyway, speaking of the devil, there she is, Zenmai herself, speaking to someone called Daisuke, I think that's how we say it. Daisuke, that's how I'm going to say it anyway. Well, if it isn't Zenmai, have you noticed how many people say, well, if it isn't, in this part of Winds of Change? Well, if it isn't Zenmai, the Oni's Talon. Oh, wait, that's right. You abandoned that name when you abandoned the Ampha. Traitor. What do you want, Mozing? Zenmai says, I want you to come with me, Daisuke. Leave the organisation before the Ministry of Purity comes to kill you too. It's not too late. He says, I'm not afraid of the Ministry, Zenmai. I've gotten stronger since you left, and I've been promoted several ranks as well. The other Ampha members respect me. I'm finally somebody, which is more than I can say for you, who serves no master. And she says, you would serve a master who willingly spreads a plague that kills thousands of innocents? He says, I. And she says, come on, work with me, Daisuke. We used to be partners. I'm only trying to help you and the others. They always looked up to you. Help me convince them to leave. The Ministry come in from the right and say, look, there's some of the Ampha now, and the traitors are with them. Kill them all. And Daisuke says, Ministry of Purity, did you lead them here, Zenmai? I thought I would hear you out, but since your name is not yet poison on my mouth, but gah, I'm out of here. And he runs away. At least I think he ran away. He should have run away somewhere. Wait, did he run away or did we kill him? No, I'm pretty sure he ran. Oh, did he just disappear into a cloud of smoke? I can imagine that. I didn't quite see. But that's kind of this quest. We're going to be chasing this guy down as best we can, while we can, and just try and keep pace with him. I'm not sure how hard this will be. It is only the normal. Why am I in hard mode? This is a normal mode version of the quest, isn't it? Of course it is. Why did I go into hard mode? Oh well, we seem to be able to do it anyway. Okay, we'll try and do this in hard mode, even though the quest mobs themselves probably haven't updated. I'm not sure. Anyway, Zenmai says, thanks for your help, but I'm afraid this is something I must do on my own. These people may just be gang members to you, but to some of them was once my friends. I want to try and convince them to leave before. No, things have already gotten out of hand. I want to convince them for their own sake and for the sake of their families. And we say, with the Ministry here, it's not going to be easy. This may be your problem, but you don't need to fight alone. Which is fair enough. I really like that. And she says, you remind me of a certain Sunspear I know. Well, very well. Let us see if we can find any others who are willing to listen. Now, this line here is, it's interesting, isn't it? Because she obviously worked with the Sunspears. It's not established. Obviously, the player going through Winds of Change might not have played through Nightfall, in which case she could be referring to another player character who did go through Nightfall, right? But is she referring to that? What if we're playing as a character that has played through Nightfall? Now what? What happens then? Who's she referring to? Is she referring to Cormier, you never fight alone? Is she referring to just any generic Sunspear that could be out there? Or is there someone else that I'm not actually thinking of right now? It's interesting, isn't it? I'm not 100% sure. I think she can die in this fight. It's a cool line, though. I always like it when ArenaNet do that, because when you understand why they've had to pull off lines like that and say crap like that, it really kind of shows... I wonder how much throughout developing this game they've ran into, like, problems with that, where they don't have a specific canon hero, so they can't ever really refer to you in any way. You're not a voiceless hero, but all your actions and all the impact you've made on the world may as well be voiceless, because they can never specifically give a name to it, because the ArenaNet just don't know what content you've already completed, which is interesting. And I'm wondering how badly that's going to happen in Guild Wars 2 as well, considering that they've kind of split things up again, and they still have no real way of knowing who's done what. So it's weird. I mean, they could do it race by race though, but even each race has got so many different branches and things that they could have done during it that they're still going to have to be rather non-specific about these things, despite the fact a lot of, you know, Guild Wars 2 is trying to build on the idea that you do have an impact on the world. But I mean, because it's so much your personal instances and stuff, it's weird, isn't it? I'm not sure. I do suppose that means that because of the personal instances, you can always just have NPCs that reflect exactly what you did, and it will give you a name. So maybe I'm just talking out of my ass. Anyway, you don't have to fight that group I just did. I was being a bit stupid. Just go directly south. You'll notice we do not seem to have a quest marker, and our thing just simply says talk to all these different guys, right? So that we're going to try and convince. It's supposed to be up to you to figure out exactly where they are, and thankfully the people on the wiki, I'm going to kill these guys because I don't want them coming in on the side, and there's only 3 of them. Thankfully, the guys on the wiki have been kind enough to have already done this, and they are going to show me exactly the way to go and the most optimal route, which I'll try and show you guys as well. I had a comment the other day about leaving the mini-map up as much as possible so that people can follow me. On that particular... To this one person who left this comment, okay? I'm speaking to you right now, okay? On that particular quest, you said I'd made a cut and I was across the other side of the map. That's not actually true. I just, like, rotated the camera and it was facing the other way. So it might have looked like I was somewhere completely different. But those little cuts rarely actually mean I've moved very far. So if you just wait a minute and just, like, try and examine your surroundings, you'll see I haven't actually moved that much. I try to whenever I sped it up and put the map on there. But yeah, you are right, and I will try and have that up there a little bit more, even for this last leg of Guild Wars 1 stuff, right? Alright, which kind of segues me reasonably nicely into, yeah, this news. Alright, so you know oh yeah, I got lockpicks. I don't want to, let's open it. Even though my inventory's full, let's open it. Oh, purple, brilliant. Yeah, okay, so you know how I've kind of had a month off of work while I've still been getting paid, while I've been waiting for the new people to start. Alright, hold on, let's speak to Watarai, the Infinite, but first. The Infinite, actually, that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, that's something cool as well. Zenlai's, like, original name, the Oni Blade, that's so cool. I'd never really heard of that. Anyway, oh, for a second there I thought she obeyed flag. She doesn't. Right, so we'll walk over. She said, and Watarai says, Zenlai, have you come here to die? Let me show you what we do to traitors. And she says, Watarai, you used to say that you live for honor. Where is honor in spreading the plague and attacking helpless citizens? The Amphad looked fucked up. He says, shut up! I don't know how things have been since you left. You don't know how things have been since you left, sorry. And he attacks us. And we actually beat him down. He chooses not to die. We say it's true. I don't know what the situation is now, but I do know that there's still enough honour left in you to realise what you're doing is wrong. Please, come with me. He says, alright, Zemnar, I trust you. Your arguments always made more sense than Daisuke's anyway. Alright, brilliant. So, we actually have Amphal on our team. How cool is this? Yeah, I don't think I've ever done this quest before. I don't ever remember working with the Amphal like this. Alright, that is awesome. So he's coming with me. His kind of shade there and the way he's moving, I don't know, it made me think of an Amarganite for a second there. Anyway, yeah, so I was under the impression I was starting 7 days from now. Today I'm filming this on a Monday, and I was under the impression that I was going to be starting work like literally in 7 days, which was fine, alright? So we had the beta weekend. The beta weekend was reasonably inopportunely placed for me because I've got a lot of stuff I want to be doing for the beta weekend, and... shit, how did I die there? There's actually a lot of Amphar here. It's because the minions didn't get in and start getting damaged first. If I can get... Fucking hell, really? If Watarai dies, is he just gone? Please tell me he'll res up afterwards. Can I get a res, please? I really want a res right now. That would help me so much. I don't actually need to be in hard mode. I don't know why I'm doing this in hard mode. Shouldn't be making life harder for myself. Fuck, we're wiping. I will see you guys in a second. See, I don't know, it feels like almost now this would be a good place to have Death's Charge, just because I could jump in on them when they're a nice little group like that and just really lay down a lot of pain. I'm going to die here because I have to overextend so much, but if we can just get a couple of nice Death Blossoms off. Come on, stop failing. Hit, hit, hit. There we go. Look how easy these guys were to kill. So yeah, anyway, I thought I was going to start next week. Went into work today to sign some stuff where I was before. Turns out I've got 3 weeks before it's off, which means I've got plenty of time for beta and stuff like that. That does mean that theoretically I don't actually have to be doing a backlog of Winds of Change stuff right now, but I think that will still help me sort of have a clear plate of things and a good idea of what I should be focusing on when it comes to the beta weekend anyway. So I am going to keep doing these videos in advance. So there is that. Yeah, a little bit of news with what's going on with me, but here is Yayoi of the Orders. Would you like to join us? Yayoi, you must flee the Amphar. I'm here to get you out of here before the Ministry finds you. And they will find you. Zemnai, is that really you? No, you have to leave. I don't want to have to kill you. Well, you're not going to be able to kill us. Come on, don't be a fool. I can't leave the Amphar, Zemnai. The only reason I can buy medicine for my mother is because of the money I get from them. Your mother doesn't know what you really do, does she? Would you prefer to have a ministry official deliver your corpse to her doorstep? You want to add anything, Watarai? Fine, Zemnai, you win. I'll go with you. Sweet, so we encourage him as well. You know what, I had that rant the other day, actually, about how it feels like we don't really have enough reason for why people are joining these kind of organisations. But hey, maybe this quest's doing pretty well for that, actually. One thing, though, I was trying to voice when I was talking about that I feel like I completely missed, right? That I think the main thing I was trying to say is, why are there both the Jade Brotherhood and the Amphad? They're all thugs. Why don't they just all band together anyway? Like, it feels weird that they would feel like they have to be separate organizations, because that would mean that they have specific beliefs about the way they do crime that conflict with one another. And in vanilla factions, I really don't like saying that term, but I keep doing it. In normal factions, you do hear about how the Jade Brotherhood are kind of slightly different in the way they approach stuff to the Ampha. Like the Jade Brotherhood feel more like the Mafia, if you will, kind of thing. They seem much more similar to that. But I mean, that's all we really get, and I feel like that we do need a little bit more from in that regard anyway. But right, lots of ministry over here. Probably a good idea to get over in their faces and do a lot of AoE damage. Could be targeting that cleric, I know. Could be shutting him down with a bit of brawling headbutt, but with enough damage we can cut our way into him. Sweet. This is going good. See, I'm in hard mode, but because the enemies are still like normal mode versions and it's the normal mode spawns, the balance actually feels just right to me here. It feels just right. Like, we're killing just enough things that it's okay. Anyway, yeah, so you go south from there. Keep an eye on the minimap if you want to know the best route. And then you're going to come over to this guy here, who is called Chaozong the Inferno. The Ampha have picked such good titles for themselves. That's so cool. Hey, Inferno. And you look very angry and very scary. He says, if it isn't Zemnai, Mo Zing, I've got a score to settle with you. Oh, so he just does not like us straight away. Oh, these guys have individual dialogue for us. We'll read that in a second. Are we okay? Yaoi, why are you taking damage? Zemnai says, this isn't the time, Chow. The Ministry of Purity is coming. You need to leave the Ampha while you still can. And he says, the Ampha have power. That is all that matters in this world. We are not children anymore, Zemnai. Don't think you can just order me around like you used to. Let me show you the power the Ampha have given me. Wow, and he really did pack a punch, didn't he? Damn it! It wasn't supposed to end this way. And Zemnai says, Chow, you stubborn fool. Perhaps we'll meet again in the next life. Oh shit, and he died. Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Because I was literally about to use our walk to the next guy complaining about that. Yeah, so what I was actually... Oh, that's good. That's good. I like that. What I was going to say, do you remember earlier I talked a bit about games, and I pointed to Mass Effect as being a big culprit of it, of feeling a bit too formulated, and life isn't really like that, and they should mix it up every now and then, and that feels so much more creative. But they often don't do that with Guild Wars in the name of balance and making sure everything's even and stuff like that. I was looking at this quest just now and thinking of that, because if you think about it, this quest, up until that point at least, had just had us go into every member of the Ampha. Everyone would at first not like us, then we'd attack them, then they wouldn't quite die, then they'd join our side. They could have mixed it up, and it looks like they have, where we just kill some of them we fight, but they still choose not to join us and they walk off. You know, there could have been all kinds of interesting things they were doing, and I was going to complain that they weren't, and that I feel like they'd missed an opportunity, but hey, somebody died, so yeah, good on them. I like it. Right, anyway, yeah, these guys have got dialogue for us. Yaoi says, oh shit, that means I can't read Chow's dialogue now because he died. Oh well, if you want to know what that said, pause it, I guess. I'll be reading it in the editing. Yaoi says, I don't like this new Ministry of Purity. What's so pure about killing your own citizens? Fair enough. Watarai says, the Infinite says, I grew up with Zemnai and Daisuke. We thought we would always be friends, and we all joined the Ampha intending to become stronger. If only I'd known how things would turn out. See, yeah, his motivations as well was quite cool there, because you kind of hear how he's there because he wants respect, and he feels like he won't get anything out of life anywhere else, which is kind of cool. She says, as an assassin, I believe that passing judgment on a mark is something that should never be done. But as a person, and more importantly as a Canthan, I do not agree with how the Ministry of Purity has been producing its results. So, yeah, okay, fair enough. I like that as well, because there is a lot of lore about how cold-hearted a lot of assassins are in this universe. Wait, hold on. Yeah, so from here, now we want to come up here. We are going in the right place. Looks like maybe we're going to want to aggro some of the Ministry of Purity away from their friends at this location. As ever, it's annoying because I've got NPCs with me who are going to go in and aggro stupidly, but hopefully if they run backwards, we can still do this. Minions going first. Ah, brilliant. Cleric is overextended. I can't see this going wrong. So, yeah, I mean, it's interesting with the assassins as well, like how they kind of had all this lore established about what they were like as people. And some of the earliest quests, actually some of my favourite looking back quests in kind of most of the games as well, actually, are those early quests in factions where you kind of learning about what it means to be your profession, and then that cool stuff about killing the leader at the area and stuff like that. And you remember during those you met two very different types of assassins. One was just a cold-blooded killer that just didn't care for shit, was a little bit insane, and the other was someone who was much more logical and methodical and just a very careful killer in that regard. And you kind of hear these things early that were established in Guild Wars lore that talk about, now you're going to go left over this ramp, that talk about how professions, there are actually certain types types of personalities. And a question I get quite a lot for Guild Wars 2 Daily that I'm hoping to answer eventually is how do necromancers fit into society? How is a necromancer viewed? Because I think a lot of RPGs and a lot of fantasy worlds go into that kind of thing with that kind of character, that these are kind of ritualists, terrible, you know, and they play with the dark arts and people don't like the dark arts and stuff like that. But Guild Wars is kind of weird with its lore there, in that sometimes it makes references to how people might frown on necromancy and stuff, but really you don't get that much on it. And I feel like they try and separate now what it means to be, especially in Guild Wars 2, what it means to be a profession and how your personality is, now that like they are kind of separate systems at this point. So it is interesting to see how that goes. But there are certain things that I might be able to mention at some point. I believe over Queensdale you can find priests to all of the gods except Grenth, I think, or the Grenth one is in a graveyard. There's one of the gods, there's not actually a priest to it there, and they're like exiled or something. I can't quite remember. It's something I heard about a while ago. Anyway, yeah, so you come over here, and now the next guy is here, Gaunhan of the Rings. A little bit worried about all the Ampharos from the sides, but if we're lucky, we'll be fine. What is that enemy over there? Is someone survived? Is there seriously a Ministry of Purity all the way over there that has survived? There is. Oh, shit. Oh, my God, it's a boss. Wait, what? Oh, it was a Ministry of Purity boss. Okay, well, the minions dealt with him. Sorry, right, so we came over to this guy who said, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, the Ministry have come for us. What do I do? And we say, as gutless as ever, aren't you, Gao? Come on, I'm here to get you out of here before the Ministry finds you. This is Zemnai, what are you doing here? You say you're here for me? No, no, I won't go with you. Don't be a fool. Don't let yourself die. Ah, he didn't. Good. Alright. Come with us, you fool. Have you calmed down, Gao? We just slapped the shit out of you. He says, yes, I think so. I'm sorry, Zemnai. They told me that you'd kill me if I ever came back. I'm so sorry. Let's get out of here, Gao. You never belonged in the Amphar to begin with. Good. Alright, come with us, Gao. He says, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. There's no room for the Ministry of Purity's new world for anyone but themselves. Fair enough. Right, now backtrack yourself a little and go down here on the right to the south through this group here. As I said, it's a lengthy quest, but it would be finding a needle in the haystack. You'd probably have to wipe everyone in the whole goddamn area if you weren't careful. But if you know the way, then you can cut down your time on it quite significantly, I'd say. Kill this group. Oh, it's so satisfying in normal mode, killing groups like that. Still the mistrusts going off, panic, all the splinter weapon. Oh, I love this build. It's so good. Right, and now there's another area over here, another guy here. Disciple of Shadow, Feng Zhu. Fucking such extraordinary names these guys have. I reckon we're going to kill this guy. I don't reckon he's going to listen to us. Fung, I finally found you. Quickly, we must get out of here. You need to abandon the Amphar before the Ministry of Purity destroys it. The more Amphar we have with us as well, I feel like the more weight we'd have in convincing other people. Abandon them? Zemnai, you do not remember the oaths we swore when we joined this organisation? We were friends once, but now I only see you as an enemy. I'm sure. Then perhaps our blade should do the talking. Oh, Zemnai's a beast. I love her. Oh, he's blocking. Okay, fine. Lightning reflexes, just the skill I was talking about last time. He says, I'm sorry, Zemnai. I wasn't strong enough to leave. There you go, see. A little bit predictable, ArenaNet. Just a little bit. But we killed him. No, Fung, it was I who was not strong enough to save you. It was too late. Well, okay, we've saved 3 people. There's one more person, she says, to convince, who I'm sure is here. Now, to get to this person, it's a little bit more of a walk, but you are, if you've gone this way, on track to find them. And we say, what about the first fellow, Daisuke? Are you not going to look for him? And good question, Tom. Wow, do you see Watarai get spiked out there? Do you think his death penalty's going up while ours might not be? Come on, ball around me like good little ministry dogs. Ministry dogs. Is she not going to answer? There we go. She says, now that I think he betrays him, I don't think he'll listen to us anymore. Well, you know, it's not the end. He might have something. Yeah, we say, surely, if you were friends once, you could try to persuade him again. You're trying to persuade everyone else. Why not? Give it a shot. Or is there some deeper history that she has here with him? See, this is the thing. There could be so much history about the heroes we've already got, but we just don't... I sometimes wish Guild Wars had some way of having us learn more about them. Do you remember... ages ago, back before the 7 hero update, ArenaNet were talking about an update that would have all of the heroes speak to one another while you're out, and depending on the different combinations you had, they'd have different conversations. Do you remember that? That sounded like such a good update, and I was even thinking about putting the Eye of the North Let's Play on hold, just so we could get those as I was going through Eye of the North. But it never happened. I'm glad I didn't put it off for the record, because if I did, then fucking we still wouldn't be doing Eye of the North right now. But it's a shame. It was such a good update. I wish they were still doing that, or at least they gave us what little dialogue had been written at that point already. Anyway, spike these guys down. I'm loving this. I'm loving killing these guys. This is so good. It's hard mode, but it feels just right. Zemnai says, I thought that I could convince all of them, but it seems that some of these people are no longer the friends that I remember. Hurry, the Ministry will no doubt send reinforcements soon, after all the commotion we stirred up earlier. Right, let me look at my map, because I'm not even 100% sure where we're supposed to... We're supposed to be near here somewhere? Oh, I think we go down here, underneath ourselves. No, shit. Oh yeah, that bridge is down. So that over there leads to the Shirokin area. That is only unlocked, obviously, after you've... In fact, we're in the kind of in the Shirokin area. Oh, there we go. I see him now. We're in the mission area now, actually. Yeah, so you come down this ramp. Sorry, not over there. Kill this group of Ministry here. Do you like how there's no Shirokin here, though, anymore? Like, all the spawns have been removed since we did all the cleansing stuff. It's kind of cool. It's kind of weird to be able to come back here and see. Like, I wonder what this part of the city is used for. Like, it looks like some kind of forge. Like, I suppose they need somewhere to build all the massive structures and shit that they've got going on here in Cantha. But this place always reminded me of Sorrow's Furnace because it had so much reused stuff from Sorrow's Furnace, in particular the bridges. Anyway, here's the last person. Yeah, Min the Dragon's Claw. So we'll speak to Min. Min, come with us. He says, Zemnar, you've come to save me. I knew you wouldn't forget about your old pal Min. Oh, we're actually... Oh, my flip. What? You're going to have us do this? Zandra, get your spirits up, please. Why is shelter on recharge, you silly, silly woman? Flag apart. Sorry guys, I'm going to read the dialogue during the quest because we're obviously about to have the shit blown out of us. I kind of want Master of Whispers to stay kind of forward. Right, get close to someone. Oh my god, oh wow, and a load of Amphat. Okay, maybe I should read this. Oh, this is good. Zemnar, you've come to save me. I knew you wouldn't forget about your old pal Min. Ha! I knew if we strung out some bait that these fools would walk into our trap. Get shelter up, man. Good stuff. Well done. Walk into our trap. Sorry. You've done well to avoid us until now, but you won't escape this time, you plagued brigands. The future of Cantha does not need scum like you. And Zemnai says, an ambush. I didn't expect the reinforcements this soon. I'm sorry, but this may be the end for us. Ampha, attack! And Captain Kawagami says, more of them were lurking around. Quickly, kill them all. Holy shit, this was a tough fight. But we won it. We seem to have won it. And all I was doing was just spamming my skills while reading in the bottom left corner. More of them were lurking around. Quickly, kill them all. Kill the captain. Finish him off. Asuran scan because he's blocking my shit and I keep wasting energy. Stupid. If I could spend more time focusing on my skills, I'm sure we would have done a lot more damage. There we go. He's dead. And finally the cleric. You're outnumbered, buddy. All the Ampha are dead. Everybody just literally exploded. So that wasn't as hard as it looks because a lot of Ampha came as well. That was just... that was amazing. That was so good. Thank you, Daisuke. I knew you'd remember our friendship. Shit, so he came back. Brilliant. Don't misunderstand, Zemnai. I came here to save Min, not you and your friends. The Ministry of Purity is our enemy as well. Are you going to take Min? Does Daisuke have any... shit, look at all the Ampha. This is pretty cool. He says, don't misunderstand. And he says, actually, sir, if you want to leave Min, then get out of here. I won't stop you. And then Zemnai says, Daisuke, this guy's awesome. I kind of like him. Even though he's an Ampha, he says, I'm not leaving the Amphas, Zemnai, but I'm not going to pursue those who want to go. Anyone but the most loyal are just going to be dead weight in the next Ministry attack. So he says that, which is logical, but I bet there's a part of his heart that kind of wants to leave too, and he's not going to remove that opportunity to others. And Zemnai says, very well, thank you for allowing this much. I still believe in you, Daisuke. When you've had your fill of this, I'll be waiting for you. Just get out of here and take Min with you. I get the feeling that's not the end of his story. Because there is another quest, which is like a follow-up quest to this. Holy shit, this is so good. Why haven't I ever played this before? I'm loving this. This is amazing. So they're all running off. The quest is completed. Speak to Lai Zheng for your reward. Everybody leaves. Everybody rock. So we'll go speak to Kaineng Center. Yeah, we'll speak to Kaineng. Kaineng says, this area of Canthan sprawling, northern metropolis, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, we'll go speak to Lai Zheng. Enough pissing about. I might do the next quest as well in hard mode as well, but it's still the normal mode version. Yeah, don't get me wrong, guys. If you're doing the hard mode version of that quest, it's probably going to be a lot harder. I'd assume anyway, because there's probably going to be bigger spawns and worse skills and stuff like that. So Lei Jane says, you say she was able to convince some of them to defect? That is unbelievable. But then perhaps it is simply because we fought the Amphair for so long that we've forgotten that they are people like ourselves. By thinking of them as a faceless group, we may be forgetting that individuals can be redeemed. Perhaps this is where the Ministry of Purity is making a mistake. But right now, and it's a mistake you made as well at the Imperial Guard. But right now, they have too much momentum. I'll do my best to get amnesty for those who have defected. With any luck, we can also get some information that can help our officers on the streets as well. You have my thanks. Please take this. That was amazing. I loved that. That was really good. It's all of this is about different factions of people fighting together, and that was one quest where you kind of got a bit of an insight into the people behind the factions. That was really cool. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I did. And I guess I'll see you tomorrow for the last side quest, and then we'll be doing dialogue, and then moving on. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope you have a good day, everyone. See you later.